the wall bang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be three on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. Three. One. Just
flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. Around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake! Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man! Frosty, he's got it!
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh! Pushing grabs! He could have a second if he goes for it! He just pushes out again! This is more! What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an ace! One angle. Walking right into the crosshair from and he shuts it down. Has to say now knows where to look. Frosty finds another! He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third!
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
to clutch this out. The 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
It's all on Nick. This could very well be the end of the game as we know it. Nick holding the Apps angle. Screet knows he's got to find him through that Apps wall. He's going to try and fake the defuse. He doesn't do it. He doesn't stick it. And Nick calls his bluff. Oh, we could actually prove. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to rotate to A here. Surely they're herd coming, right? They're giving away so much intel just by running, and Imps goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got two. Right when Yoga Squad needed it, he could have very well just single-handedly saved this game. And now the utility comes out. The crossfire. Loden's going to be able to shut down pull-up on the Arches position. They could go Arches to be here. They actually will. Screet's going to be able to drop outstanding. He's made it through, but the bomb hasn't. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most. Oh, no. You absolutely hate to see it. Screet can't do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, into it. That could be it. That could be it. Oh, man. Torment's got a couple of bullets here. He could try and make it work, maybe. They're all going to try and knife him. Pixel pulls it off. That's a knife kill here in the Volpid series, ladies and gentlemen.
I think they're aware. Walton messes up the spray. Walton gets one. See if Walton can pull this. Walton pulls another one. It's so close. Walton does not win the 1v3, 1v4 almost.
And if there was ever a round for them to win, it was this one. Two
Mitch.
MP9s. Oh, outstanding in Mexico. Oh my God. Can you believe it? I've never seen that in my life. While
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Volpid series. I'm here with my co-host, the Doctor, and we are here to cast another game here in Group B. Alcatrazz Blue takes on Yoga Squad here to see who advances to the playoffs through the upper bracket and who will be relegated into the lower bracket for their second shot. Alcatrazz Blue won the 9th round. They're starting here on the CT side. Doctor, in your opinion, which side is more favored here on Inferno, especially in these early rounds?
I mean, especially in these early rounds, I'm definitely sure that the city side is much favored. But to be honest, if you take those apps control and bananas control pretty early, okay, that bomb did go in a pretty weird position, but it has not yet been spotted. The players are making their way on towards the site. But okay, Yoga Squad, Nick and Polo, they are gonna get those kills and the spike is gonna get planted. It is definitely a city-sided match if you are talking about the first few rounds. But if you take those app control as well as the banana control, T's can definitely clutch it out, and it is looking like it, because the players of Team Yoga Squad, they have just completely wrecked out the players of Team Alcatrazz Blue. 2 players surviving in a 2 versus 4 retake situation, Gavigator.
Yeah, certainly is the case, and I think, oh, that's a nice kill there from Joro, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be eliminated there by Nick, picking up 2 kills in the round. But one of the clear things about that round is there was some utility there on Barter's axe that wasn't able to be used in the end, and realistically, that round fell apart at the seams as soon as they didn't hit those shots on the players waterfalling out of apps. And as a result, the only investment here is a P250 and a Zeus, and we are going to see the Zeus running over towards Banana. The only man here, Joro, deciding to contest this Banana here in the early stages of the round, and he isn't even going to get his short wall. He's going to look disappointed, shake his head at the chicken, and now he is going to advance once that Molotov burns out. There is 3 players here, and if they're not careful, he could get one. Obviously, no kill reward bonus here for the Zeus, but he is going to pick one up anyway. Nice kill. And if the T's advance, they do have an open bomb site. Alcatrazz Blue stacking 4 players here on the A site. But Yoga Squad, they're not going to take the bait that was Joro. And the bluff, it seems to be working.
Definitely, it seems to be working. I mean, that is kind of a humiliation as well. Actually, getting those Zeus kills in the start, it is definitely working. Oh, look at that! How much damage he has put forth. HyperX goes down to just 7 bits of health. This is not good. They need to make a quick move in towards A site, and the bait has been taken. Okay, here comes the first kill. They are inside the site. Oh, there comes the first kill. The bomb is down. It's still a 2 versus 2 situation. Make it a 1 versus 2. Alcatrazz Blue, they win it out of nowhere. And this should have not been their round, but still they managed to win that round and even managed to get their hands on an AK-47. That is a wonderful play coming up from the players of Alcatrazz Blue. And on the other hand, the players of Yoga Squad now, they are down to an Eco and a Mac-10 on outstanding. Kind of a weird decision, but yeah, that does make sense because they need to maintain their economy and make it equal for each and every player here, Gavigator.
Certainly does, and that round was definitely not one for Alcatrazz Blue to win, and realistically, that's a bit of a tactical masterclass. That's the textbook play of a bait player on Banana, and exactly how you'd have wanted it. A couple of, albeit strange plays, obviously not watching for that early tap in middle that knocked down some of those players on the T side pretty low before they even started that, and Vileman not being cleared and getting that double kill with the USP. But it's not going to matter because they're running straight through the smoke, and now we're going to see 3 quick kills coming in. 1 traded back, and it's another hit here on the A site. Seems to be all that Yoga Squad wants to be trying to do, and 2 more kills in quick succession will result in another Alcatrazz Blue round. And realistically, as a CT side, this is an incredibly good start. Obviously, you lost the pistol, but being able to bounce back with a $500 investment here in round 2, and then sweeping your opponents in round 3, only losing one of your players. Coming into round 4, you've got literally everything you could ask for. There is no situation, I think, that could realistically be better other than a 3-0.
Definitely. And now they are making it again a complete eco play, Yoga Squad. Down to just 5 clocks. The players of Alcatrazz Blue, they have done a really good job in trying to suppress the economy of players of Yoga Squad, and that is definitely doing a lot of damage here to the players of Yoga Squad mentally, not physically though, but still. A 2-1 situation, maybe potentially a third round coming into play, it seems, but the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they need to be careful because those Glocks can be deadly if they are in a close range. So the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they'll try to maintain their distance, they'll try to get in those kills from a good distance as long as they can. But on the other hand, if you talk about Yoga Squad, they are just moving in towards B side slowly. They are not over aggressing. That is gonna be a huge problem here because it is still a huge question in the minds of players of Alcatrazz Blue. What is gonna happen? They really don't know. They don't have position of either of the players of from the team of Yoga Squad. So it is gonna be a real confusing round if the players just start to bust in towards B side here.
Certainly will be in 5 players, looking like they're grouped up for when that smoke fades. And Valmer, he has already sprayed 10 bullets out of his magazine, but it may not matter if he's making his headshots connect, and he picks up 4 in rapid succession. Outstanding picks him up eventually, but Joro eliminates him with no real problem, and that's a very quick $1,200 into the bank account. A nice 4 eco frags to pump up the numbers here of Valmer. In that round, I think he averaged about maybe 400 damage. Certainly nothing to laugh at, but now we do see the first gun round here for the T side, 5 AKs. Maybe not quite as much utility as you would have liked here on some of the players. Outstanding, the only player to pick up a full belt of the nades. And we're going to see a fairly slow play here as we start off the round, defaulting here along this standard mid. One player lurking off, making sure this apps push that could be coming is not going to be a possibility. But in reality, there's nothing here really to contest. CT side, as we saw Alcatrazz play on the last game on Inferno, they like to take things passive. And what they're going to do is they're just going to wait for the one mistake, and once they see that mistake, they're going to pounce on it.
Definitely, it looks like it Carbicator, but they are putting up a nice trap in towards A side that might work in their favor, might not, because they are now trying to set up an A play. 4 players have breached in towards mid, 1 player is in towards apartment side, and the players of Team Alcatrazz Blue, they have got a fair share of idea of what might be happening. And just as I said that, here comes the kill. Oh! Wait, what? Outstanding. He somehow gets that kill. Actually, both of them were completely flashed, but nonetheless, here comes the first kill. Might come second. Okay, 3 kills coming up for the team. Only player left is gonna be outstanding in a 1 versus 2 situation, a post plant situation actually, that Molly is gonna buy him some time, but he might not expect a player coming from short, and he doesn't, and he is gonna go down. So Alcatrazz Blue, they are gonna get their 4th round on board, and yet again put the players of Yoga Squad on a complete eco. This is not a complete eco actually. They might go in for those SMGs, potentially maybe some AK-47s if they don't invest on those utilities. But yeah, SMGs and AK-47s and a Galil coming into play here, Gavicator. Definitely not the default choice of weapon, not a actually impressive choice of weapon coming in from Yoga Squad, but they have to deal with it, they have to deal with the situation, and they have to play this round.
That's a very nice kill coming in here from HyperX. And Cassini overextending a fair bit here, and Valmer looking to go the same way. Alcatrazz Blue were really trying to press their advantage here, but in reality there isn't an advantage to press. They need to be very careful here, because in reality they could have just thrown away this round. Here, if I'm Alcatrazz Blue, I'm probably thinking about making sure this AWP is saved over, and accepting the fact that you're probably going to be coming out of this with not the round win, but possibly 3 rifles, as now Yoga Squad, they look to advance here up Banana. Only 1 player here to meet them in form of Joro. 2 flashbangs. He does have a kit, but if he goes down this bomb site defense, that will not matter. Very little utility left for a retake. No smoke grenades is key, and if Joro does go down, there will be 2 flashbangs. Molotov maybe could be used to clear out the back of the site, but as the smoke comes in for CT, looks like a flashbang will be bounced off the tree, and now Joro's going to go through the smoke. He finds one. He finds no more, though. Pull up, able to pick him off before Nick is taken down by this vengeful Joro. And now with simply 2 players left, the CT side know there's no chance for them in this round, and they are going to be forced to save here on the A-bomb site.
I mean, the save is pretty necessary for them. They do have a lot of money actually on on some of their players, but they still need to save those weapons. They do have to invest on those utilities later on, and just as I said in the previous matches, it is a lot harder to maintain your economy if you are on towards the city side of the map, because I mean, just take a look at that incendiary grenade. If you are purchasing a Molotov, it is gonna cost you 400, but if you are purchasing an incendiary on towards the city side, you have to play and pay a total of 600 bucks for it. So the players of Alcatrazz Blue made a very wise decision, a very good decision indeed, that M4A4s are definitely gonna help them out. They can even potentially drop some weapons out here and buy themselves a little bit of utilities. And just as I say that, an operator is going to come up into the play from the players of Alcatrazz Blue. Alcatrazz Blue, they are trying to step up the game. The op didn't work in the previous round. He got taken out pretty easily in towards the mid area. The mid is certainly a very difficult position to be held up by an op. You have to play in a little bit passive if you are playing with an op in towards mid. You can't go on aggressive picking because you are gonna die instantly. That is definitely gonna happen, and you are gonna put your team in a 4 versus 5 situation. This is something you must avoid at all costs. And he might have understood his lesson. He might have learned his lesson from the previous round, because he is playing up a little bit passive with that op in towards a shot. That is definitely the kind of play that I wanted to watch. The players have still not made up their mind, on which side they have to go. They are still waiting for that information. But the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they are denying the players of Yoga Squad any kind of information. This is troublesome. They have to make a decision. 50 seconds on the clock, and the players of Yoga Squad, they'll try to go in towards B side. If that works, that is great. If that doesn't, they don't have a lot of time to rotate back in. So it is a high stakes game coming up from the players of Yoga Squad here, Gavigator. And here comes the push from the players of Yoga Squad. 1-on-1 trade coming up from both of the teams. But okay, now it is a 3-on-3 situation. Just when I was about to say that the Yoga Squad is in a man advantage, and oh no, the bomb needs to get planted. 7 seconds on the clock. It is gonna get planted nonetheless. And the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they have 40 seconds for them to defuse the bomb. 3 versus 2 retake situation coming into them. Gonna be a little bit more difficult, but just as I said that Nick is gonna get a player down. So it is down to a 2-on-2 situation. Make it a 1-on-2 situation with that op in the hand. It doesn't matter because they are gonna get that kill. And Yoga Squad with a total of 3 rounds in their favor. 4-3 is the scoreline, and Gavigator, the players of Yoga Squad, they are not stepping down. They are just stepping up their game. Maybe a slow game start for them, but they have definitely picked up the pace here.
They certainly have. One of the things about that retake was the lack of utility really showed why it can be brutal here in these retakes, because that was a 2v3. And we've got a little bit of an interesting strategy here. All 5 players stacked over towards the B site. I mean, I think you've accepted here in this round you're probably not going to win. And sticking all your players on one site maximizes the chances of you getting the kills. Obviously, the reason why on Inferno you'd rather gamble here on the B site is because if you do not show any banana presence, it's a lot more likely that the T's will elect to try and take some control. And then if they do kill one of your players, they will think, oh, there's probably only 1 or 2 left on the site. They are on pistols. We can sweep them. And the hope is they'll run straight into 4 more pistols, and you can maybe pick up 2 or 3 kills and try and make it worth your time. But in reality, I think here, Yoga Squad will learn that there isn't anybody here towards the A site. The real question is how much time that's going to take, but it may not matter. So it looks like they do elect instead simply to default here onto an empty bomb site.
Definitely gonna be kind of a bummer for the players of Alcatrazz Blue here, because they have just completely baited out and gambled on towards B side. The bomb is gonna get planted and a complete eco actually, so it is kind of a bonus round coming in for the players of Yoga squad, but nonetheless they still managed to get a kill out of here. But they need to get some more kills. They need to put on some damage onto that economy for the players of Yoga squad, because Yoga squad's economy is building up, and once it goes on towards a very maybe a successful economy, that is gonna be a huge problem for them to deal with. Nonetheless, they managed to take a AK-47. Oh, here comes first kill, might come second, but nonetheless outstanding will be the one to get that kill, and it is a 4-4 situation for both of the teams. Okay, one more player down, so just 2 AK-47 saved for the players of Yoga squad. Even though they won that round, it has been a huge problem. The economy is complete mess for the players of Yoga squad. On the other hand, the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they are still building up their economy. Let's see how they are gonna play in this round, because it is definitely gonna be a tougher one. They need to win this round, otherwise the economy is gonna be in shreds actually, Kavigator.
It certainly will be, and now if we look here at the CT side by the utility again is the real deciding factor here. There is very little here for the CT side. Every single smoke grenade that gets used is even more pricey in terms of this round victory. So it looks like the T side will be defaulting here towards this B site. They do have 2 lurks surprisingly here, just trying to contest control of these apps, try and make it so the CTs can't just walk in and take whatever they'd like. Which I think I like here from Yoga Squadron. I think they may have gone back and watched the demos and know that Alcatrazz Blue, they either take this apps control incredibly passive, or they will kind of slightly contest it. And I think they've read into that quite enough, and now instead they've decided to run straight up mid. One player picked off here by Cine, but it's traded right back, and a nice shot by Cabos through the smoke. That spray finding a target, and the target being Malcolm Reed's head. And now these 2 players, they will continue here towards this B site. One player here so far to receive them in the form of Joro, but another one to come through. Joro picks up 2, HyperX trades him back though, and Valmer eliminates the last man through the smoke. He doesn't even get out of it, or his life is ended. As now Alcatrazz Blue pick up round 5 here on their CT side, and we will probably see the last buy before an eco has to come out here. All the side of Yoga Squadron. HyperX already fairly low on funds. He does manage to scrape a buy over because Nick is able to drop him a weapon, but therefore he is forced to play by himself on a deagle. However, if we look over at the Alcatrazz Blue side, it is certainly not a buy you'd be wishing for here on your TT side. 3 kits are certainly good, but maybe a bit more utility would be preferable. So we do see 3 players here for the side of Yoga Squadron bunching up here towards the bottom of the banana. Electing not to try and take any more aggressive pushes. HyperX is going to elect to spam the wood, make sure there isn't a player behind it, make more flashbangs, but Alcatrazz Blue, they're not really contesting this banana control at all. I think they've decided to play with relatively little utility here. And especially with this AWP, it's incredibly difficult if you do not take aggressive banana control to work here. On the B site, interestingly, obviously, posted up here towards CT and not on mid. And now, once again, another mid execute here from the side of Yoga Squads. The players busting straight through here. And it's like they're being funneled here. They're rats, they're test rats here as more smoke grenades pop down by both sides. For the left bracket does fade, but Bartazax eliminates Polope as he attempts to jump out of ramps, and they will be running here into man stack. Another one falls, where Outstanding is able to pick up one, as now they're going to run straight into the gun of Cassini. He is able to pick up another one. They can make this work. This round certainly an option, but they're not. As now Outstanding is the only man left alive in a 1v3 to convert the round. 14 seconds left on the clock. He still has to get that bomb planted, and every second he wastes is less chance that he can win the round. The AWP goes straight through the box there, eliminating Outstanding and picking up a 6th round for Alcatrazz.
a wonderful play coming up from Alcatrazz Blue, and I mean that off shot coming up in the end, it was a wonderful flick, to be honest. He just saw a little bit of his body and just tried to flick it up. It did work nonetheless. The players of Alcatrazz Blue, they have opted to go on for the two ops. One will be posted in towards B side, another will be going in towards the A side, maybe potentially in towards mid. So this is definitely gonna be a little bit more tough a situation for the players of Yoga Squad because they are on a complete eco. If they can overwhelm the op by the sheer number of those clocks rushing onto them, that can work. But on the other hand, they are chosen on to go in with those apartments play. That is gonna be difficult actually, because here comes the M4 play. 1 kill down, 2 kill down, but outstanding. He still gets that kill. The other two players are inside the site and the op is doing wonders. 3 kills coming up from those two ops. The players of Alcatrazz Blue are completely wrecking the players of Yoga Squad. Yoga Squad needs to step up as soon as they can, because that round ended up way too quickly. It was an eco round coming up from them, a full save actually. But now after that eco, we are seeing a Mac 10 coming into play from the players of Yoga Squad. That might be potentially because he is trying to save up for that op, because they will need a counter op for those two ops being posted up in towards the A side and B side. The players of a team Yoga Squad, they are making their way on towards B side, but look at that, the rotation is way too early and way too hasty actually. Oh no, this op is gonna be in trouble, but he does manage to go in towards the city side. That was a wonderful Molotov coming up from him, but nonetheless, he's gonna go down and the site is completely open for action. The only player left, he has an AK in his hand. It's not gonna matter because the bomb is gonna get planted. It's a 4 versus 4 retake situation for the players of Yoga Squad. Definitely not the position they want to be in, but he is gonna be taking a player down. HyperX CSGO is down. Make it a 4 versus 3 retake situation for the players of Alcatrazz Blue. There's definitely working in their favor. One more player down. Nick is gonna go down. Just 2 players left. They have spotted the players out, but okay, the Mac 10 is doing wonder. Here comes the first kill, but he's gonna get traded back instantly. So 8-4 will be the scoreline as it trades right now. Garbicator, it is gonna be a very, very difficult situation for the players of Yoga Squad, because this is potentially again the last buy before an eco comes in if they lose this round.
Certainly is, and this buy is certainly not what players in Yoga Squad would have liked. Obviously, they do get lots of utility. I have been raving all game about how utility is the real deciding factor on either side's economy, but when you've got Mac 10s and Galils, maybe less so, as we do still see this double up setup coming out from Alcatrazz. A bit more costly there, as I think they did have to rebuy both of Corpse, and now they have just lost one of their rifles. Another player dead here. First one to fall here on the side of Alcatrazz Blue, as now these AWPs are going to get tested, and they cannot beat these rushing players. First one taken down by Bartazax is going to take 2. Cine takes out another, but that's a wonderful spray there from Bartazax. 2 nice headshots, as this Yoga Squad side is absolutely massacred here. And once again, their eco is in a very, very strange place. It looks to be another force, as it will be 3 forces before the end of the half, and you just have to wonder if maybe they needed to hire an accountant to manage their funds.
Definitely they need to, because I mean, maybe that was a misbuy coming up from him. He has got an EK, the other team is on an eco right now, but they need to maintain this economy. 9-4 is the scoreline, so the players, they are gonna be a little bit in trouble in the last round of the half, as Paulo, he has gotten himself an AK-47. That is gonna be a huge trouble. He might be forced into an eco in the next round, but nonetheless, the other players have just managed to go on with that deagles in their hand. This is the Volpid series, just as it, every time those deagles can do wonders. The players of Team Yoga Squad, they are making their way in towards mid. A wonderful execute coming in, but he's gonna get a player down. Oh, a complete massacre yet again, Garbicator. These ops are creating a huge nuisance for the players of Yoga Squad. This is certainly not the position they wanted to be in, and the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they are not giving any chances for Yoga Squad to actually win a single round here.
Certainly not. These just wonderful crossfires here. They know what side they're going to be coming in on. They just stack all the players on it, and in reality, it's just running into a brick wall time after time. You have to admire the tenacity here of the Yoga Squad side to even be willing to go into the fire and the flames once more. As now, 2 quick kills, these AWPs both getting off picks. 3v5, it's looking to be an 11-4 half here already. Even 20 seconds into the round for Alcatrazz Blue as these players fall off of Vault Mid, and it looks like it might just be the final hurrah here up this banana. But there is only 2 players here if they can trade into the site, albeit they would need to make it a 2-to-1 trade to make it even a chance. A 1-on-3 retake, still heavily favouring the CT side, even if it is the B-bomb site on Inferno. The only thing that they really do have in their advantage is that they do have 3 smokes here for us to execute should they choose to use them. And, oh, this is interesting. The AWP here of Vioma has elected to rotate here towards the A site. They know that lots of the times here in these rounds where it's gone slow, it's gone over towards A, but in reality it's going towards B. And Jora's going to have to call that as soon as these pieces of utility come flying here in here.
Oh no, this is definitely not what they want, but Alcatrazz Blue, they are just maintaining this decorum. They are just getting those kills and they are not letting anyone come inside the site. Look at that, Joro was left all alone to do everything he can, but he still managed to get those 2 kills. Now the only player left is gonna be Nick, and he is facing a lot of problems. Nonetheless, he's gonna go down as well. 11-4 is the scoreline. The first half completely went into the favor of Alcatrazz Blue. Alcatrazz Blue, they are putting up a lot of pressure onto the players of Yoga Squad here, Gavicator.
Certainly are, and I think that last round there from Yoga Squad was honestly depressing and confused. 2 players went through the smoke and Nick elects not to. I think there might have been maybe some breakdown in communication there towards the end of the half, and I think you can really see that in the streak of rounds. Obviously, I think it may have all started with that just confidence sapping round of round 2. $500 investment, a Zeus and a P250, and the fact that Yoga Squad, they're going to go back and watch the demo and they will be kicking themselves so many times over when they realize that that B site was completely open and they ran into the stack and lost everything.
Definitely, but I mean, we are going on into the second half. This swap might work into the favor of a Yoga Squad here, Gavicator. What do you think? Will they be able to come up or not? Will they be able to come back or not? It was outstanding. Okay, a weird choice, an interesting choice coming up from him. He's going on for those duelists right into the first round of the half. Certainly something that they need to worry about, because those duelists are not kind of an ideal weapon actually if they are facing against the players, but they are actually facing against those clocks. But look at that aggressive arches play coming up from the players of Alcatrazz Blue. 1 player down, 1 player traded right back, and the players of Alcatrazz Blue, they are just making their way towards the side. The P250s is in action as well. Oh, they might get some more kills, and they too. The only player left is gonna be HyperX. He is in towards the city side. He might find a player or 2 out of this, but it doesn't matter. The Glocks are gonna get those kills, and 12-4 will be the scoreline. Alcatrazz Blue, they are just winning it all out, Gavicator. This is certainly not an ideal situation for Yoga Squad to be in.
Certainly isn't. I would like to say, Cabot, I see you there middle of the scoreboard with 11 assists, and I know that it must feel bad when everybody on the rest of your team has significantly more kills, but I see you, buddy. I feel you. You do have highest ADR on your team, so do not worry. You are not going to be... That's not going to go under the radar for me, but what is interesting is that Alcatrazz Blue, they pulled off the same strategy they did in their first game of Group B here on Inferno in their T-side pistol. They split up here into the B site. Obviously, splitting on Inferno, this B site is a bit more difficult, a bit more dangerous, because if you do lose one of those sides of the split, it's a lot more difficult to go back because of how far away these two the two groups actually are when they go onto the site. But now we're going to have to see if Yoga Squad are able to replicate the success in the second round of play of the half, as Alcatrazz Blue were. As once again, almost as if an echo from the past, Alcatrazz Blue are going to choose to go up the banana, but there is no player with the Zeus round to push them onto this A site. And I think they've realized that I think this is where they're going to elect to go. They're going to try and play this fast. They do have Lamac 10s. This is in their favor if they go quickly. There is going to be two MP9s, the better weapons here of this Yoga Squad side, are posted up here onto B site. And for whatever reason, maybe a hunch or maybe something else, they are going to choose to go over towards the A site. Sure, it is more players, but they are only on pistols.
Definitely a difficult round here for Yoga Squad Navigator. Because even though there are two players with those MP9s in their hand, it is still those AK-47s who have those upper advantage. And okay, HyperX is gonna go down, one more player down, so the A site is completely open. And Yoga Squad down to just two MP9s left. Both of these were posted in towards B site, and they are gonna elect to save or maybe go in. I mean, they should save those MP9s actually. This is gonna be pretty difficult for them going on in towards next round. They are in towards city side now, so it is gonna be a little bit tougher to maintain that economy than to be on towards the T side. And they have done a very good thing about saving those MP9s here. And Navigator, I want to take your attention to the players of Alcatrazz Blue. They were going in towards A side. They haven't spotted any player. They really didn't know the position of the players, but yet they rotated in towards A side just because of the fact that they didn't have enough information about the players. And that was certainly a very wise decision coming up from Alcatrazz Blue, because if they would have gone in towards the B side, those MP9 would have potentially massacred each and every player of Alcatrazz Blue. The crossfire was set up in towards B side, and that would have been really grim for the players. But nonetheless, just because of that benefit of doubt, maybe they went in towards the A side, and that actually worked wonders for them.
Certainly did. I may have to disagree with you though on that massacre, mainly though just due to the fact I'm going to ramp on about it again. Utility on the map is certainly an issue, but that is, unfortunately, we have casted right over it. That is a nice kill there from. It's not going to matter as all the remaining players who are on the A site are eliminated. There's one player here on the B site, pull up, boosted onto the flower pots, nice little spot there, but it's not going to matter. He is cleared, and now Reed. He's the only man left. He's got himself a P250 and a smoke grenade, and he's not really sure where the rest of his team went. And now he's about to be killed out here in mid, gunned down by Cine, who picks up 3 quick kills here in this round as the bomb gets planted. Now Alcatrazz Blue look ready to sweep the remaining 2 rounds of this game if it continues as it has done.
I mean, look at the confidence of Alcatrazz Blue Navigator. These players are just raking the players of Yoga Squad. And look at that. Churro is still going on with that scout in his hand. This is definitely interesting. I mean, they do know that potentially the other team might have chosen to go on with an op from this round on, because they have been saving up from the previous 2 rounds. And still he is confident enough to go on with that scout in his hand. That is definitely outstanding. But outstanding on the other hand, he's gonna get a kill on Cabo. And 4 versus 5 situation for the players of Alcatrazz Blue. Maybe potentially something that might be very difficult, but nonetheless the man advantage have been neutralized, and the man advantage maybe is now in the favor of the players of Alcatrazz Blue. The op is gonna miss its shot, and the spy bomb is gonna get planted in towards A side as well. All the 3 players remaining are coming in from CT and Arches. Here comes the first kill, potentially the second on its way as well. A perfect flash coming up from Wilma. And now the last player remaining is gonna be outstanding, and he'll need to save his M4 Raven, and potentially he'll need to take some kills actually if he can, because that is gonna help them out in the next round. That is potentially the last round of the game if they can't. But I mean, that M4 Raven is definitely a huge asset for the team. He gets the first kill, might get the second, might not, because Walma is there. He's gonna get that kill, and it is gonna be a match point for Alcatrazz Blue. Down to a very, very weird situation considering their economy is Yoga Squad. They have to deal with it. Either they win it out or either they lose it.
Yeah, and I think Alcatrazz Blue, they know they've won this, and they're going to be coming in here with a MP9. It looks like it might just be going straight up banana here once the incendiaries clear here, but it may not matter, is that it's going to be here, and then 4A1S. Touched up by Outstanding. Cabot taken down. Joro quickly trades back. Outstanding eliminated, as now there's one Outstanding plate here left on the B side, but it's not going to matter here as another one is picked off towards the A site. And I think Alcatrazz Blue realised that this A site is the one to go for, as Paloop is killed here, trying to defend the last bastion of hope. Nice kill traded back, but it is still now 1v2 Nick. He's got 2 kills here in the round, but it's not going to matter here if he can't convert. He's burning in a Molotov, and he jumped into the ceiling. The ceiling beams lost him the game, and that is a depressing way to end it. But either way, it is the way that is going to end it here, as Alcatrazz Blue pick up the victory 16-4 over Yoga Squad here, and take their spot in the playoffs here. The first team from Group B to qualify, as Yoga Squad will have to face the winner of Gacha Esports versus Volpid Red to see if they will get through on their second attempt to make it into the playoffs.
Definitely a wonderful play coming up from them. Actually, I mean, I have to give it to the players of Alcatrazz Blue. They were just completely selling off any opportunities that the players of Yoga Squad had when they were trying to approach them, when they were trying to go in towards the A side or maybe in towards the B side. Those ops coming into the play in the first of the game where Alcatrazz Blue were defending, that was actually the essence of that entire game, because those 2 ops did a huge damage mentally to the players of Yoga Squad. Yoga Squad, on the other hand, they were playing pretty well, pretty calm and composed actually, to be honest. That was a very good play coming up from Yoga Squad, but Alcatrazz Blue, they were just a step ahead from the players of Yoga Squad. That actually made a huge lot of difference, because Yoga Squad, they didn't had a lot of options in the end. The economy was a complete mess, and Alcatrazz Blue, they made it pretty sure to manage their economy till the end of the game. Economy is the game. Even though this is a team game, you need to maintain that economy, you need to maintain that bucks in your pocket so that you can be able to win this out. And Alcatrazz Blue, they did a wonderful job in maintaining their economy in towards city side, in towards D side, both equally, and a wonderful play coming up from them, Garbage Hitter.
Certainly is. And we do see here Nick, how was that game for you?
It was an experience. We had we obviously had a hard time playing against Alcatrazz. They had really good strategies, setups, defaults. Their CT side was very strong. They also never let us get off with any free kills or whatever. We always got punished for our plays. It was very hard against them. They're definitely a very strong team.
Understandable. Do you think that you were counter-stratted, or do you think that the play styles that both your teams like to lean into, that it was simply just one that wasn't meant to be for your team?
That's gonna be hard to say, because I don't think we've been counter-stratted, because the only game they actually have of us is the one against Gacha. And when we played against Gacha, we didn't have any strategies. We just had the defaults and some setups, but we changed up everything, even positions. Like, I started playing B now, which was a new thing. We changed up a lot, so it's yeah, it's they probably just had the better playstyle. It was not very good against our playstyle. We just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, and it certainly showed, unfortunately, here in the scoreline. 16-4, probably not one that you'd like to remember, but at the end of the day, you have to fall over a few times before you make it to greatness. And I think this might just be one of the hurdles that Yoga Esports will have to make before they fledge into a bigger and better team. Doctor, do you have any questions here for Nick, the representative here from Yoga Esports?
Yep, definitely. I do have a lot of questions actually, but the time is of the essence. I'll just ask you one thing, and that is, what were your thoughts when you were facing an op on both of the sides? Actually, that is very irritating, I know, but you need to think of some counter strategies. And what were you thinking when you were facing an op on both of the sides simultaneously?
It was a bit of a shock because we watched the demo and we just had the information that the AWPer plays B generally around the CT area. So at the beginning it was a bit of a shock. Then we didn't really know exactly what we should do against it. We just decided to what side we go. Like we just decided like what felt better or where we got a pick or what sort of control we had, but we didn't really have like a proper thought process how to play against the two ops. Nothing special in mind.
I mean, certainly when a team like Alcatrazz Blue, they pull in such an unexpected maneuver, that is definitely something that we don't expect coming up from them. But yeah, Alcatrazz Blue, they were a huge nuisance, and it was a little bit tough for you to actually maintain that economy. When you were in towards city side, I saw that there were kind of some misbuys coming up from your team. What was your thought process when the team misfired it, and how were you gonna counteract on that situation?
Yeah, our economy was not very good, like in the CT side, especially because it was such a short CT side. But we just tried to split up the guns good enough, and we didn't change that much. It was yeah, we just tried our best actually to get the kills on the CT side.
Yeah, playing for kills, obviously, when it's what you're forced to do, it's probably not what you'd like. But unfortunately, we are out of time here for the interview. Thank you very much here. Is there any social medias you'd like us to plug quickly before we go over to the interview of Alcatrazz Blue?
Really, we don't have a team page whatsoever.
Any personals you'd like us to plug?
Yeah, sure. My YouTube channel, I upload some clips on there. It's hard to spell. It's Kenx, QENXS. If anyone can keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll.
Thank you for coming out here, Nick. And I hope you have a wonderful day. As now we will be going over to the representative from Alcatrazz Blue.
All right, then. Thank you for this interview, and goodbye.
Nice. Have a good day. And so now we get Vilma here from Alcatrazz Blue. It's got to feel good to come out there. A very convincing victory. How are you feeling coming out of a wonderful performance there on the CT side?
We feel good, really. We started this team 2 weeks ago, and we are performing well. The guys are doing great in Alcatrazz Blue, and I want to keep the confidence in them.
Yeah, with performances like that, I'm sure the confidence is well deserved. I have to say, going into that game, one thing that I found maybe a bit bizarre is you, especially on that CT side, you rarely seem to challenge that banana control. Was there any real reason for that? Was that
we want to try it, but the problem is they were really perky. You know what I mean? They are really aggressive. I watched the demo back. It's better to be safe and retake the side than going full nuts.
It's understandable. Doctor, do you have any questions here for the victorious team member here from Alcatrazz Blue?
Definitely, I have some questions for the man, the beast, Vilma. That was a wonderful play coming up from you. And what were your thought process? Because actually you brought in two ops actually in the game. That was certainly something that it was unexpected from us as well as from the opponent team. What was your thought process behind that?
We really like to play with two ops. We have Insig, KC something, his name is that. He's our first AWPer and I'm the second AWPer. We are discussing, hey, should we play like a double AWP or something? We are just enjoying to have the AWP get the first kill or anything, and then go back to site. Just play defensive. We don't have to overstand. They will come to us. They will not. We will not go to them.
Hey, actually, you answered two of my questions. I was about to ask you. You were playing pretty passive when you got those first kills, but thank you for your explanation on that. And something more actually, Valma, because just as you mentioned, the team is new. How did you manage to get the team in sync in this short period of time?
A lot of practice. We practice like 3 days in a week, and then talk about what can better, what can we do better in every game. It's like, how can I say it? It's just confidence that Alcatrazz Blue have. You don't see that often.
Definitely, it is certainly very commendable actually, because I have seen a lot of teams, a lot of players who formed a new team, but they are just not able to manage to get in sync. But your team is looking like they are in a perfect sync throughout the game, and you managed it very well. That is actually very commendable, Valma.
Thank you. And like we say, we are playing really confidence with each other. We are feeling well with each other. We are not fighting to each other or anything. And some teams does. They are tilting or being angry on them. Just don't do that.
Yeah, tilt doesn't win you games. In fact, it normally loses you them. And I think it's pretty obvious that you're playing. And just from the analyst point of view, you can tell a lot of the time when teams are getting angry or frustrated, they tend to play a lot more aggressive. And even in some of those rounds where it might have been annoying, and there was a little streak, it was evident you did not let that get you, and you in fact just came back stronger. So I have to say, a wonderful performance there from your team, Alcatrazz Blue. You are now through to playoffs. Is there anything you'd like to say out there to the teams you could be facing?
Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun.
Indeed, good luck. Good luck having
nothing more
fun.
to say to add that we have to see the demos to them and how they play.
It's understandable. And other than that, I think that's all the questions from me. Have you got anything else you'd like to ask, Doctor?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, thank you very much then for coming out, Valma. I think you can certainly crack open a few cold ones in celebration after
I will.
You have, I would like to say, I believe you have lost a total of 9 rounds in Group B, and you are now through to playoffs. So I'd like to say well done on that. I believe you went
lost 16-3, won 16-3 and 7 rounds.
Oh, 7 rounds.
We lost 7 rounds.
7, even worse for your opponents than I thought. Well done on that, and I have to say, I think you are definitely going to be one of the teams to look out for going into playoffs. Thank you very much for coming out, and that is the end here of this here broadcast. Thank you, the viewers, for coming out and watching us here over on the Volpid series. It's goodbye from me, and I believe it will also be goodbye from Doctor.
Yeah, definitely. It will be a goodbye for me. What will I be doing here if the broadcast ends, Navigator?
I don't know, maybe do we just sit here and just analyze the game even more, the plebs in Twitch chat that would never understand.
I mean, that was a wonderful game coming up from Alcatrazz Blue. We have actually got a lot of information from both of the players of both of the teams, Alcatrazz Blue as well as Team Yoga Squad. Both of these teams played really well, and this was one of the most interesting match I have ever seen coming up from Alcatrazz Blue as well in the Volpid series. So I'm pretty much happy about all the things that we have seen today, Navigator.
Certainly is the case, and so I think that will be the wrap up. No more here for us today. I believe your next game will be tomorrow. It is going to be Dog Soldiers T's facing Scandic Esports Main at 8 o'clock Central European Summertime. And other than that, I believe it's goodbye from everybody here on the Volpid series. Thank you for coming out and watching. Goodbye.
Let's go back.
see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90% no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On two box. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an ace. One angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. As now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
The clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
Nick. This could very well be the end of the game as we know it. Nick holding the Apps angle. Screet knows he's got to find him through that Apps wall. He's going to try and fake the defuse. He doesn't do it. He doesn't stick it. And Nick calls his bluff. Oh, he could actually prove. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to rotate to A here. Surely they're heard coming, right? They're giving away so much intel just by running, and Imps goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. Right when Yoga Squad needed it, he could have very well just single-handedly saved this game. And now the utility comes out. The crossfire. Loden's going to be able to shut down pull-up on the Arches position. They could go Arches to be here. They actually will. Screet's going to be able to drop outstanding. He's made it through, but the bomb hasn't. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most. Oh, no. You absolutely hate to see it. Screet can't do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, into it. That could be it. That could be it. Oh, man. Torment's got a couple of bullets here. He could try and make it work, maybe. They're all going to try and knife him. Pixel pulls it off. That's a knife kill here in the Volpid series, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think they're aware. Walton messes up the spray. Walton gets one. Let's see if Walton can pull this. Walton pulls another one. It's so close. Walton does not win the 1v3, 1v4 almost.
And if there was ever a round for them to win, it was this one. 2 MP9s. Oh, outstanding in Mexico. Oh my God. Can you believe it? I've never seen that in my life. Wall